Right, morning, collie down, or should we say good afternoon, it's quite late afternoon. State of my motorhome at the moment, it's a few little issues that came up while I was away, and I'm just trying to get them sorted now. And one of them is the classic example of putting a job off and not realising that you put it off for too long. Jerky camera work, sorry. And what it was is that my bed, because it was here on a flat board, I don't really can see the mould, and that's the problem. And also with the bump or whatever, I've just noticed a little bit of a leak there, which I'm going to remove this panel on the back here and investigate. I'm taking these panels up, these here, so I can get round and up and round and check the back there why it's got a bit of a mark there. It could have been from the bump, I don't know, but it doesn't look very good. But never defeat, carry on. That's what I say, carry on regardless. I've been cutting some timbers at the moment. I haven't showed you that, and what I'm going to do is, oops-a-daisy, is just put the last down like this, fairly close together, but give an air gap. I've got a plane these at the moment. They're on just rough cut beach, and so I'll just put them in a long line like that, which allows some air to circulate under the mattress, which is what I should have done before. And I've used beech because that's what I've got, and saved me buying the timber, although it does take a lot of processing work by cutting this out of a 12-inch plank. So there you can see I've took my winter blind down for the moment, so give me a bit more light. So I'm just going to remove the backing, check the corners. Sorry, I'm wigging the camera about, sorry. And we'll see how we go from there, but I've got to investigate and find out. Like an old van, it's a constant thing. It's not quite like a colander, that means lots of holes, but you've got to try and stop the water all the time and find out where it's coming from and try and stop it. So that's my next project, is just to take this board up, take the board off the back, and then investigate. Cheers folks. Right, one of the reasons got a bit of water ingress is that the channel in there is water, so it's definitely, the outside seam isn't as very good as it should be, because there's water both sides, literally full, so it must be coming in, creeping down. I've got a hole here, but that is from when I repaired the outside, and as you can see, a bit of rot, and down there is quite damp. I'm not going to pull too much of that off. Solid enough, but because I know I did the outside, but I've got to do something about that and then clean this off here. But the channel's full of water on the inside, so let's check, see if I can get a seal from the outside or do something. It's fairly dry down here, even though this is where it's had a bump and I repaired, and I couldn't get to this from this side without stripping everything out, but it looks like I've done that anyway. So there's a bit to do. Got a twist in the bed frame there, I don't know why, but move all this stuff out I think and see where I go, because what I want to do is put some insulation, because this is the door to the outside here. So of course every time you open that, cool air rushes in under here and where your bed is, and it's nice and warm, but there's no insulation. I mean, this is how I had it, so I mean, it's not that I've done this and not put insulation in. So what I'll do is I'll get some 2-inch insulation to go between these joists, sorry, tapping the joists, and I'm going to move this here to where the hinge is, so I'll have this to here, put the hinge in here then, so this will be a bigger section on the inside of the van, and then I shall insulate that, I think, and insulate the top, then put the top back on, then put the slats back on. But first of all, I'll just tidy these corners up, find out why I've got water ingressing in through there. I might just put well, after finding out the leak, just put literally 1-inch insulation foam against that back wall, and then put my bed headboard that I've made straight to that. So that would hopefully stop any damp problems. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you informed folks. Cheers. Morning all. Well, another day, another dollar. I think it's Thursday, New Year's Eve. Still working on the van. I've got to go and pick up some materials, but I'm waiting for a lift. I can't take the big van, just a bit of a nuisance. So this is what I've been doing. Putting the little supports in to hold the insulation up. I found out what the problem was in the corner. It was the outside seal had lifted away from the corner, and of course with the rain we've had, it doesn't take long to put some water in there, fill the channels up, and the channels run down on the inside there. So that's got to be sorted. So I'm going to put some silicone on the inside of the window because it is painted out, as you can see. And I'm just trying to get the insulation, and then I can put the first board back in, tidy it up a little bit more basically, and seal it. And that's basically all I'm trying to do, is to make it so it's more comfortable and less of a problem in the future. Anyway, I'll catch you all in a bit. Thank you very much. It's a bit of a boring photo just looking at those, but this is what you have to do sometimes with old vehicles. But we'll see. It's the sun's out. Cheers all. Well, back to it again. Managed to get some Celotex. Put these gaps in there. There's a bit of gonky around here and there and everywhere, but it's in. Those are the first three. Just got to do a little section up here, and then I'm going to put some against the window, and then I'm going to put my headboard against that, which will then insulate the back of the window, and that'll hide that. So should be finished tomorrow sometime, hopefully. But that's basically the boards. This section here, which I haven't insulated, of course, is the lift up area for the bed. So you lift the hinged section up, so you can put stuff in here, which is the second bit. I've done one of the boards and the slats, and I've varnished it. I'm just waiting for it to dry. So a bit like watching paint dry this is, but just to say that that's that one little section done. I'm just going to do that one little corner piece, and that little bit's done. Cheers. Well, it's New Year's Day. Excuse me, dark and miserable. I don't know, it's about 3:30, and that's the view. It's 3:30ish, and it's raining. I'm in the process of doing a little bit more. There are the slats I've just done. I've just put the board in. I've given it a quick coat of varnish. It's dry now. I'm just sealing around the window, but I should have done that first. But I've got to put the board back here, so I can stand on that to just finish the rest of the sealing of the window, and then I'll hopefully get the headboard back in, and then I'm going to put a little slither of insulation at the bottom of the window, which you won't be able to see when the mattress butts up. But those are the wood slats. A little bit heavy, but like as I said, I'm hoping that it will benefit and allow some air circulation. If not, I'll go to plan B, and we'll sort that out from there. But it is insulated underneath, and I've sealed it all round, and we'll see how we go. But I've just got the other piece to put in at the back here, which I still haven't done. I've just got to clear this out and vacuum. But at the moment is just to put this down now and see if I can get the window taped up and sorted, and then move on to the next little section. Okay, cheers folks, catch you in a bit. Well, that's enough to send you batty-eyed. That's my slats done. Step back a bit. The headboard's up. Sorry if it's artificial light, but it's, I don't know, 6 o'clock or something of an evening. But the headboard's in. There's some insulation at the back. You can see silver. Yeah, there. And the mattress butts up to that, and hopefully that will keep it. It's all been sealed round. Little finishing touches now. I've just got to varnish these last 6 pieces because it's the hinge. As you can see, this is the hinge up for the downstairs cupboard, as I'll call it, which is going to have a little partition in there and hold some tools and various other bits and pieces. I've got to tidy the wiring up. That's another day, another dollar. But generally speaking, that's it. Get some varnish up, and then at least it can be wiped off and doesn't hold the dust so easy. Just wipe it off. Anyway, catch you all in a bit, folks. Well, as you can see folks, it's finished. I've done the bed, all done. Oops, I can't pick that up with one hand. Change all the bed, well, change all the bedding naturally, and put the blankets underneath. It's all dry varnished, etc. Headboards in. Because I've come out another inch, it's a bit close to there, but I can walk around that, so that's not a problem. But there you go, that's the bed and the bed area done. I've still got a few little bits and pieces to tidy up here. Little bits and pieces. Needs a new garnish around here. Broke off here. But generally speaking, that's new. The new top was put in the other day, and that's holding. It's not leaking anymore. So I've just got to keep an eye on this weather, which is still raining. It's driving me, I think. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say. Driving me bloody crazy. But anyway, that's my bed area done. I'll load the video. Cheers folks, and thanks for stopping with me, and I'll do a Q&A soon, because I've heard one or two little bits and pieces, so I'll catch you all up in a bit. Cheers, thanks, bye.